Part two, I guess. I'm not going to do part one again. Just have to put them together. Okay, so I was talking about the Spider-Man. I just saw No Way Home. Please visit GaretTwister.com and please visit part one of this. My GoPro just turned off. I must have said something to make it turn off. Anyway, so yeah, I lost my train of thought too. By the way, sorry about the screen here. Someone's flipping off breakers and they turned off the breaker in my home. All right, so so yeah, the imagery is great. Your typical Spider-Man music and all that kind of a thing. Lots of surprises. So I'll give him to that. Major undertaking. So I give him an A plus for that for sure, as far as tackling this thing, right? I have a few Doctor Strange graphic novels, and I think they did a good job of kind of instituting or instilling or kind of utilizing that same imagery in the movie. That was cool. Spider-Man Forever has been this high school kid that, you know, going through the just travails of being that age, right? I mean, that was always the hook. And I think that's why the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, not everyone was crazy about it, because Andrew was into college age and that kind of thing. They wanted the high schooler. Thus, Tom Holland comes in. Now we got the high school kid back, right? And it struggles always as far as with, you know, monetarily, relationships, family, and then of course with, you know, everyone. Just being a struggling teenager and what teenagers go through has always been the shtick as far as Spider-Man, and that comes across in this movie too. Yeah, big time. So I enjoyed it. A minus for sure. Definitely sit in the theater. Mostly because not the sound, but the imagery, right? A lot of great scenes and very colorful and all that kind of thing. Everyone did a heck of a job. So yeah, I give it an A minus, definitely. I'll share this with you. So I'm watching it, and I thought about, and at one time, for whatever reason, Andrew Garfield is my favorite Spider-Man. I don't know why. I think that he's a little more, not only, well, older, right? I don't know in age, but as far between Toby, Tom, and himself, he played an older Spider-Man, right? So I don't know if he's actually older, you know, at the time that he was playing the Spider-Man in the Amazings, but he played the character was an older Spider-Man. I don't know if I liked him more because of that. He's slightly aloof, but so was Toby. Tom less. I think Tom is more just a teenager, right? Where Toby played it as the kid, I think more just like the struggling, right? Andrew was a little more aloof, and I don't know why. I really liked his character. So truthfully for me, and I'm sure that, you know, if you talk to like my kids, my youngest is a big time, you know, Spider-Man fan, and I think she likes Andrew too. I don't think she's crazy about Tom. Tom is an incredibly talented actor. Great kid, great young man, I'll say. You know, if you ever had a chance to watch when he was going through the auditions and stuff he did during the auditions, incredibly talented. And in this one, there are a couple of scenes where as an actor, he's a heck of an actor. He's a heck of an actor. And I'm not so sure that Toby or Andrew could have reached that emotion with this kid, right? Really, really cool. But to be very honest, as a Spider-Man, I think I put him third. And I understand, okay, Tobey Maguire, okay, those Spider-Mans, you know, if you've never seen them, you know, if you're 20 years old, right, you were, you know, in your diapers when the first Spider-Man came out, I get that, but don't discount the fact that, okay, CGI wasn't what it was, you know, back then as it is now, so let's kind of put that in perspective. Tobey did a heck of a job. He did a heck of a job in his character, and I think just for flavor and for personality and for presentation and all that. And again, I love Tom Holland. I think he's an extremely talented young man. But you know what? I'm putting him third. I'm putting Andrew first. I'm putting Toby next and Tom third. And I like them all. Which movies would I want to watch more? Because of the imagery, I'm going between you know, the last two runs here, where the original Spider-Mans, however creative and all that kind of a thing, it just, they couldn't reproduce. You couldn't do, you know, some things that you're doing now. Yeah, is that kind of a bummer? I don't know. Man, there was something else I was going to bring up. Oh, so way back when in the Marvel Comics, you had this kind of series called the Marvel Team Up, where you already had the Avengers, you know, the X-Men and all that kind of a thing, Fantastic Four. So you had heroes together in a group setting, but it was kind of cool, the Marvel team up comics, because you had like a Spider-Man and a Doctor Strange together. And that was kind of cool to see characters from their own line of comics who didn't really come together too much, come together. And that was kind of cool. And that was real fun as far as this is concerned. So, okay, I covered that. You know, I'm telling you now, Doctor Strange is in it, but you already knew that. So if you've seen any trailers, you knew already Doctor Strange was in it, and you knew already the fact that you're going to have some surprising guests in there. Kind of cool. I will say this, and this is kind of a spoiler, so turn me off right now if you don't want any spoilers at all. Willem Dafoe is a hell of an actor. I love Willem Dafoe. Aside from the fact that I thought it was William Dafoe for the longest time, but Willem Dafoe is a hell of an actor. Man, I'll tell you what, villains, to me, they make the movie. If you got a good villain in there for superheroes, I'm not saying like, you know, I'm not talking about on Golden Pond, but I'm saying as far as like in superhero movies, if you got a good villain, like the original Batman, Jack Nicholson as a Joker, you know what I'm saying, that kind of a thing, you got a good villain, you got a shot. And that was always my favorite part as far as the original Spider-Mans was, you know, the Green Goblin and that presentation, where in the Amazing Spider-Mans, the young man who played the Green Goblin, actually the son of, wasn't as crazy about that. But yeah, Willem is something else. So if anything, heck, just see the movie for him. Really, really cool. So there's my spoiler. Sorry. All right, there you have it. Please visit GaretKessler.com. I'm sorry I had to go into part 1 and part 2 here, but I wasn't going to redo part 1 again. So Spider-Man, No Way Home. I give it an A-. Please see it. I think you really enjoy it. And at this point, I was going to do some more Christmas movies, but truthfully, I don't really have any more that I would say I've, you know, either seen. Check this out. I've never seen A Christmas Story. I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life all the way through. I have never seen Polar Express. And in talking to some friends at work, those are the movies that they said were their favorites, right? Scrooged I've seen before. That's a good one. I had one of my viewers say Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and I've mentioned that before. That was a pretty good one, but not one of my tops. But yeah, those are all great Christmas movies. You want to check those out. You know, I need to see Polar Express. I definitely want to see that at some point in time. And yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Hey, thanks so much for checking in. You have a great, great Christmas and enjoy watching Spider-Man. All right. GoPro, now you can stop recording. GoPro, stop recording.